So you've never ridden a motorcycle before, right?
Yeah, I've been passenger multiple times, but I've always wanted to ride it, but I've never really gotten the chance to.
Okay, and this is your first time taking a motorcycle class?
Yeah.
And how are you feeling now that you're here on your last day of class?
I feel great. I mean, I've learned a lot. Honestly, without this class, I don't know where I'd be. I could have my dad teach me, but I don't know how much that would really help. So coming here with a professional teaching me, it just really helps.
And you feel confident to ride a motorcycle now, correct?
Yeah, of course.
What's good, riders? So if you're thinking about getting into motorcycling, take a class, because there's a lot of benefits you get from taking a class. If you've never, I'm gonna go over, if you've never ever ridden a motorcycle before, why taking a class is gonna be beneficial to you. Why this camera always adjusted jacked up?
Infinit Ryda. Your imagination.
I've been passenger multiple times, and I've learned a lot. Honestly, without this class, I don't know where I'd be.
There's quite a few reasons for you to take a class, but if you've never ridden a motorcycle ever, I strongly suggest taking an MSF course, a Motorcycle Safety Foundation course, and there's plenty of reasons to do it, but the biggest thing is it's better to take a course before you've ever touched a motorcycle than to try to learn on your own and then take the course afterwards. The reason you should take a course before you've even touched a motorcycle is because you have not developed any bad habits at that point. And that's where you're gonna get your most benefit, and that's where you're gonna end up becoming a better rider sooner. Because if you've already been dabbling or learning to ride a motorcycle, it's possible you've picked up some bad habits. And think about it, bad habits are really hard to break or really hard to train, because you become accustomed to that way of doing something or thinking, and it's going to just naturally come to you to continue doing it the wrong way, if it was the wrong way. Versus if you've never done something and you take the class, like if you've never ridden a motorcycle ever and you take the class, you're going to learn all the right ways to ride a motorcycle, which in turn is going to be more beneficial for you, because you'll be able to develop your skill and get better at your skill easier, and doing it the right way versus the wrong way. And a lot of people who've never ridden a motorcycle before think that riding a motorcycle is like rocket science or something. It's not. It's a very simple process, and the steps and the way they take you through the course is going to make sure that you catch on to the process a lot easier, because of the way they teach you, versus if you have someone that's not a certified coach or something like that showing you how to ride a motorcycle, they may have bad habits that they're going to teach to you, which may end up putting you at risk when you're on the road. So of course you want to learn the appropriate way, so it's best to take a class. Also, when you take a class, there's going to be a lot of other newer riders in there taking the class with you with the same skill level as you. So therefore, you guys get to learn and grow together. And a lot of bonds and motorcycle relationships are built in the classroom, because after class, everyone's excited. They want to get out and they want to start riding, and they end up riding with their classmates. And then you also got a riding buddy immediately, which is always a good thing. From taking a class, you also end up getting some insurance benefits as well, which is a huge plus, because once you take a class, they give you they end up giving you a little card that says you took an MSF course, and those cards are recognized by typically almost every insurance company, and you end up saving on your insurance. You ever, like when you call in and try to get motorcycle insurance, they're going to ask you, have you taken a motorcycle safety course? And if you have that card, you get a discount on insurance, which is another huge plus. And in the course, you're going to learn a lot of things that you wouldn't learn most likely if someone was to teach you how to ride. They would just expect you to learn these things on the road, and you're on an enclosed, safe course without having to worry about anything. And most of the bikes all have guards on them and things like that to protect you from tipping over or something like that. Let me pull over so we can talk a little bit more. Yeah, that works. I don't think I'm supposed to pull right here, but I'm talking to my YouTube family. They're gonna have to get over it. So yeah, you're basically gonna end up learning. Did I leave my phone? Yeah, it's fine. I'm not going far. So basically you're gonna end up learning a lot of good techniques as far as how to make a tight turn, how to do a quick stop, how to accelerate properly, how to actually squeeze in your brakes instead of pulling. You're going to learn a lot of techniques that'll keep you safe while you're out on the road. Look at this, all these ducks out here. Let's see if I can get closer to the ducks. I ain't going too close to this water. I don't know what's in this dirty crap. There's definitely something in that water. Let me head out of here. Yeah, is that pointed at me? So where can you take a class at? Well, a lot of Harley-Davidson dealerships offer the classes called the Riding Academy, and they also offer classes at some of your colleges in the area. But I myself would suggest taking the class probably at a Harley dealership, and I'll tell you why. There's a few reasons why you'd want to take it at the Harley dealership. One is going to be, from what I've heard, that the bikes are better taken care of at the Harley-Davidson dealership. You know you're going to be on a well-maintained bike, and most of the time it's a bigger CC than you're going to be on at community colleges. Most of the community colleges have 250 motorcycles, and they're not as well maintained because they're not technically a motorcycle dealership, versus if you go to a Harley dealership, they're going to be well maintained because it's a motorcycle dealership and they know how to take care of the bikes, and they have mechanics on site and this, that, and that, and that, and this, and that, and that, and this. And the experience at the Harley dealership, from what I've heard from people, is a lot better. You get 3 days, you get a 3-day course at most dealerships, and you're getting a lot of knowledge, and you're getting the option to go around a lot of other motorcycles as well, because since you're at a dealership, you can go in, sit on other bikes. They incorporate all those different things into the program. They make sure you get to know a little bit about the different type of bikes. You get to go over and, like I said, sit on motorcycles, start motorcycles up. There's plenty of time to spend with all different type of motorcycles. So that's a plus for you too if you're a new rider, because if you don't know how a bike feels when you sit on it, which type of bikes are going to be comfortable, this, that, and the other, you're able to sit on all different types of bikes while you're at the, all different types of Harleys while you're at the dealership. So that's another plus. Now, if you've been riding already, but you're still need a little bit of touching up, or you just need some practice, I'll say, it's another good, it's still a good thing to go and take a MSF course, because even though you may have already developed some bad habits, they may be able to correct them, and them teaching you the appropriate way to do things will benefit you in the long run. Because once you see the way you're supposed to ride a motorcycle, and the way you're supposed to do a quick stop, and the way you're supposed to do a tight turn, and a bunch of other information, it's going to completely change the way you ride and make you a much safer motorcyclist. And taking the course is going to build your confidence. I know a couple individuals who came through our course, and a week after they took the class, and they had never ridden a motorcycle before ever, they rode from North Carolina to Ohio on their motorcycle. That is a 9-hour ride. I have yet to do that, but they did that once they finished the class. So it definitely builds up your confidence in motorcycling, and I just feel like it's something that everyone should do at some point. Let me know, what do you think? Are you going to take an MSF course, or have you taken an MSF course? Comment down below. I mean, I'd love to find out your thoughts on if you think the motorcycle course is worth it. And if you'd like to see more videos similar to this, check out that playlist to the left. But as always, stay safe, be blessed, and get out there on 2 wheels, people. Deuces. make sure you hit that subscribe button also. See ya.